Okay, there we go. So, welcome to this session about building trust with your clients. Why is it actually important to build trust with your clients? Trust is so super critical to have when you want to work with a client in terms of healing, in terms of energy healing, because what we work on in Theta Healing, but also in a lot of other energy healing modalities, is inner works. It's certain fears we have, resentment, resistance, revenge that we feel like, or sometimes there is a lot of like rejection, a lot of pain can there be with a client. So in order to really go deep with a client and go into the subconscious, find out what is holding them back, what's holding, like creating this in their life, it's important to go deep. It's important to hold that space. And in order to do that, you need to have a trusting relationship with them. Because if you don't have a trustworthy relationship with your clients, you will see they won't open up. You will see they won't go as deep as they could go, or they distract themselves in stories. When you have a trusting relationship with your clients, and the more you do, the better they get to know you, the more experience they have with you, usually this trust gets deeper and deeper. And then your digging in Theta Healing goes much easier. Problems will be resolved. Limiting beliefs are found and being resolved with very little resistance or without resistance. And people are able to be more vulnerable and look more inwards because you have this trusting relationship. So therefore, it's absolutely critical to build trusting relationship with your clients. Now, how do you do that? It's easy to say, yes, you need to do that. You need to have this trust with your clients, but we all know that. So how do we get there? Now, you start with the right intention. When you start with the intention, I want to make money, I want to help clients so I can get the income, then that intention is not an intention of contribution. It's not an intention of helping or value add. It's an intention of me, me, me. And this me, me, me is a lower energy. And therefore the client can feel that. When you have somebody who's slightly intuitive, they will know that the intention isn't to the highest and best for them, that it's for you. So if you feel like, hey, I'm looking for clients, or I want clients because I want to get stuff out of that, you might want to look into that and do like a Theta Healing session with another practitioner so you can clear this, or do it with yourself. Look into it and say, hey, what is underneath that? Why do I feel like I want to have clients? Because I want to get something out of it. Does that make sense? Yeah. So first we need to make sure our own stuff is cleared. When we have cleared our own stuff, then we can actually really move into this energy of contribution, in this energy of value add, really being there for somebody else. It doesn't mean you have to be responsible, because you're not responsible for your clients and what happens in their lives. But it does mean you can show up in the highest and best way possible for your client. So if you feel during when we talk or when you listen to this, there's something there still that you do it for you instead of for your client, then that's a good thing to work on during the practice we're going to do tonight. And it's not bad if that's there, because a lot of the times these beliefs are from the genetic line, or they are from the historic level, or they are from the soul level. So it doesn't mean if you feel like you have some of these beliefs that you want to help a client because it helps you or because you get something out of it. It doesn't mean that, like, it's not a bad thing. It's just becoming aware of it so you can clear it. You can resolve that and then really move into this space of contribution. Okay, the next thing that's really critical when you want to build trust with your clients is to actually have trust in yourself. If you want to have a client that trusts you, what you need is to trust yourself, because when you trust yourself, you believe in yourself, you trust yourself, you will see your clients will automatically trust you too. So a lot of the times, the people around us are a reflection of our own beliefs. So if people don't trust us, we need to look inwards and say, do I really trust myself? What is there blocking me in my subconscious that stops me from completely and fully trusting myself? Or maybe there's a specific areas. In some areas, you're really, really good in trusting yourself. But there might be a few other areas where you might be a little nervous, or you might not be so confident. And because you're slightly less confident, you don't have this deep level of trust within yourself. Again, this is not good, this is not bad. It's about being honest with yourself, and then you can change this. Make sense? Yeah? Good. Okay. So how do you actually get trust in yourself? How do you start believing more in yourself, especially in relation to helping clients, serving clients, doing sessions with clients, and being rewarded and getting paid for that? Because getting paid for your sessions is completely normal. It's definitely allowed. It's a good exchange for services. So what will really help to get the trust in yourself so that the clients get trust in you? The first thing is becoming really confident in your services. Now, for the Theta healers, it's about becoming really or being really confident in your digging technique. And that means being able to be confident in the way you give sessions to your clients. Not only to Theta healers or other practitioners who have done the same modality as you have. No, it's also about, hey, let me get confident with people who have never heard about the modality that I've done. Let me get confident with people who are completely new to this. So I need to explain it so I can take them on the journey of what this amazing modalities, what my services can actually contribute or change in their lives. So if you are confident in doing sessions with other practitioners who have done the same modality as you have, that's awesome. Keep that up, because the more you practice, the better you get at it. But I also highly recommend to start practicing with a couple of people that have never heard about your healing modality. Because you need to explain about what your healing modality is. You need to explain about how this is going to benefit and help them. You can explain about the value add you can give them so that they can move forward in their life, so that they can evolve further, that they can trust themselves more, that they can trust their intuition more, or that their fears are being cleared, their problems are being resolved through the technique that you use. Right? So you want to get confident with people that don't know your healing modality and might have never been exposed to anything like this. Now, there are different ways how you can do this, right? So you might be able to reach out to a couple of people who are interested. And you say, okay, let's do a healing session in exchange for a review or a testimonial, if they feel good about the healing session they received. Or you might give them a discount on the first session so they have an introduction. It's for you, and you want to build your confidence, then find ways for yourself about how you can work with people who have never done this. There are plenty of different ways to do that. And we can be creative about this. It's not that you always have to give away things for free, because it's also completely fine to charge for it. You have been studying this. You've been doing so much inner work on yourself. You've been becoming great at the services you offer. So you are allowed to be rewarded for that. The next thing, when you want to get more trust in yourself, so clients can have trust in you, first is when you're a Theta healer, become confident in your digging technique. with other practitioners. The second one was become confident with people who have never done the modality you do. So you can explain it to them and you can get confident how to do that. And so it goes easier and easier for them and for you. And the third thing is really get clarity around what you offer. Get clarity around what you help people with. Because when you have clarity, your client will have clarity. When you have clarity, your client has clarity, then they will start trusting you because you become an expert in your area. Now, if you, for example, are a Theta healer, a lot of you have done other modalities as well. But if you're a Theta healer, you can be an expert in so many different areas because it's such a broad healing, right? Such a broad technique, such a broad modality. So if you don't know what you want to offer, start with the things that go easy to you, come easy to you. Start with the things that you really enjoy. Which topics do you enjoy? What do you love? Maybe you've helped a couple of clients or other practitioners already. What were the topics? What were you good at? What brings you, what is fun for you to do? And once you start with that, more will unfold. When you start with one topic that you love, that you feel like, hey, I want to be an expert in this. I want to help clients with this. It doesn't mean you have to stick with that. When you're like, oh, I want to do this, but that's a little bit more difficult, let's start with something that's easy, and then you grow into that next stage. Yeah? Because the more you do it, you will bring awesome results. Like Theta Healing is so powerful that when you start working with clients, they will get their results. It's super quick, super fast, and bring amazing results. So when you start doing that, you will see that the people you help will start talking about the amazing and awesome experience that they had with you. And once they talk about you with others, they will come to you. And this is kind of this ripple effect. And when you have this ripple effect, people come with different problems or with different challenges that they want to be helped with. So that's something that you start with one thing or two things, and then bit by bit, this will unfold and you get more clarity around this. You don't have to be perfect to start. You just need to be willing to take the first steps. Once you've taken the first steps, you need to be willing to take the next steps. Yeah? So clients will have trust in you when you have trust in yourself. The last thing that I want to quickly touch upon, because it's important, is set the right expectations with your clients. So you align the expectation with the experience your client gets. When you promise the world, you're setting the bar very high for yourself. And it's more difficult to meet that expectation. But when you say, hey, when we do a healing session, we work at one topic at the time. If you have multiple topics, that's totally fine. We just book multiple healing sessions. But it's one topic per session, so we can really go deep into the topic and resolve it. Sometimes topics are very deep. And if they're really, really deep, then we might need a few more sessions to do that, to really resolve it. But that's okay. Let's see how we go. With the healing, it's the way that, see it as an onion. Every time we do a healing, we resolve limiting beliefs and we peel that onion. So you get back to the real core, the unconditional love, who you really are. Yeah? So make sure that whenever you talk to a client, set the right expectations. Say, this is the amount of time we have for a session. It's half an hour or it's an hour. And when you hit that time, you can say, hey, this is where we are. Now, let's make it in a way that you feel good. And if there's more stuff to be done, we can touch upon that next time. Never leave a client hanging. That's not what we do. We need to make sure that the core issues are resolved. The client feels good. And when there's more, they can go and book a next session. Yeah? Make yourself available during the times that you want to be available. Clients will adjust to that. When you say, I'm available every Monday and every Thursday, then during those times, then clients will like when they are for you, then they will adjust to that. You don't have to be available every morning from 7 until every night 11 in order to get your clients. You set your times. You do your business on your terms. And that means you respect yourself. And your clients will respect you. It means you trust yourself because you can do it in these hours. Clients will trust you. Most important, trust the process. Trust the divine. Trust the creative, all that is. When you trust the process and just show up the best way you can, you allow the divine, the creator, to do the healing for you. This is what we do within Theta Healing. Then the results will show. The responsibility is with your client as well, to let go of the beliefs, to move forward, and the results will be amazing. Okay, wonderful. When you follow these steps, the trust you have with your clients will be great. The trust that you have in yourself will be awesome. And this starts to flow. The most important thing is, if you feel there are beliefs, fear, anxiety, resistance, regret, resentments, you have to clear those. We're going to do the healing work on that. We clear those beliefs from the subconscious. So this energy field opens up for your clients to come in and for you to have trust for yourself. Yeah? Wonderful. Good. Are there any questions around this?